Okay.
It is, I believe, nighttime. You guys were. It took an entire day for you to
I'd
go
like
through the
to.
tower. So,
I'd like to uh, have a word with the captain.
okay. The captain looks like she went back into her quarters. So if you wish to knock on her door, you may.
As we part ways, everyone,
Mhm.
I just turn to Lee and say, "Hey, Lee, good job down there,"
Thanks. You too.
and walk away.
+5 bromance points.
Lyeldan, you knock on the door, and the door opens. The captain looks a little surprised to see you there, and she says, "Oh, well, hello," she says, awkwardly.
Hi. Um,
Frig, I just can't get that out of my head every time these two talk.
She says to you, you didn't die down there. That's good, she says.
yes, that I agree.
What can I do for you? She asks.
Do you know anything of visions that you could see while in the Fade?
Do I know about visions in the Fade? Are you talking about dreams?
Yeah, but dreams that don't feel like dreams, that feel real.
Well, a lot of people's dreams feel real, she says.
Like things that could have happened in the past, or like deja vu, or like things that seem that they have happened or are real.
You mean like visions? She says.
Yeah,
I can't say that I've heard of such things. I can't say that I necessarily believe in such things, she says.
hmm. While we were there, there was a bit of a mix-up that happened, and if I'm correct, we all started having visions while apparently walking the Fade, if you can believe that.
Well, you just went down into a mage's tower. I can't say that I'm too surprised.
They were trying to mess with our heads at some point, trying to show us things that I guess were meant to tempt us or have us stay without ever wanting to leave. And there were some weird things. I mean, apparently I also all of a sudden became popular and well known. Somehow it was my birthday again. Said that they said that you were my sister. I mean, that was weird enough as it is. Can you say?
She gets really uncomfortable when she says that. I'm sorry. What is there a point to this? She asks.
Hang on, thinking, thinking. There was some method to this madness somewhere. I remember there was.
Pause.
Because pause.
Yeah,
This is
pause.
pause. Because
Dang
this
it.
is the
We need
only
to sound effects.
because this is the only way that I could like comfortably bring it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
I,
admit,
li-
I'll admit that
I
in my
like how
head,
uncomfortable it is,
yeah,
actually.
I was saying, yeah, I'll admit thinking of like how the sentence would be phrased and then saying it all of a sudden realized, oh,
Oh, I
that's
love
not
it.
good.
Like super awkward. I love it.
I
More.
know. Okay, is anyone okay? These two seriously, the thoughts that come to mind is Luke and Leia from Star Wars. Is anyone else? Because also spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, they
like
didn't try
seriously,
to.
just imagine this is how they're like before they realized that they were siblings. It went to whatnot.
At least they didn't kiss.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Like I said,
they
I
haven't
said
done
that.
that
Like,
yet.
it's like,
That's not good.
yay! They didn't pull a. That got revealed, and they didn't pull a Luke and Leia case. Oh,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
goodness.
I'm trying to bring it. Does she know that I'm her? I guess pause and we can either cut this out recording or not. Does she know that I'm her brother?
Are you asking me?
Yes, as the person who wrote this
I
story and stuff.
I think it's heavily hinted that she's aware.
No, she's outright said it, but he doesn't know that.
She outright told Delwyn.
She outright
Yeah.
told Delwyn that she suspects that's true. Yes.
Mhm.
A lot of it has to
Lucas
do with
Lodori.
the pendant. I mean,
Yeah, the pendant that I had and that she had, which was our mother's and stuff.
right.
Yeah.
It seems like she's avoiding the topic, though.
Quite. I
So
don't
if
know
she
why
didn't,
I'm trying to-
if she didn't believe that was true, why would she be avoiding the topic?
I don't know. I'm not, because I haven't even, my character hasn't even gone to step one of that puzzle, which is knowing that she's my sister. Once my character learns that she's his sister, then we can start worrying about the second half of that conundrum, which is why she wouldn't want me to know that. Or at least wouldn't want to be made publicly known.
You can ask her.
What about, okay, so let's just do a quick test thing. I'm gonna ask. You seem nervous.
You're gonna.
Why
Are
is
you
that?
saving the game right now so that if something goes wrong, you can reload?
Yes,
You can reload.
I'm gonna save, and about to do something. I'm just about to go nuts. Use fire spells everywhere. No.
Just gonna reload.
By the way, that is the most fun thing to do in Fallout. If I'm ever like feeling really stressed, just go to friggin'
Yeah.
Megaton and just go nuts. Anyway, no. Because okay, I'm trying to think of.
Maybe we'll do a bonus session where you guys just go back and certain scenes and just do what your character would just not do, and just see how the characters react.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm down with that.
All of a sudden, Maximillian has all these women. All of a sudden.
Sometimes you just have to dance.
Yeah.
But he has to sound like a Norwegian while he does it.
Okay. So are you? I'm sorry. Are you unpausing for real now? Are you unpausing for real?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is freaking. Yeah. Yes. I'll. Hang on. Let me think.
Your awkwardness, I think, is very in character, though. I think
Yeah,
you're acting very much not unlike Lyeldan would. So.
Yeah, Lyeldan is a type I managed to get feel for. So it's like he doesn't say much because he's not good at social things, so he just comes off cool.
Yeah,
But
I
behind
guess
that, he's actually like. It reminds me of certain types of anime characters you see sometimes.
Mhm.
Right.
Manages to be stoic and cool while still being adorable.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this.
Ow!
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead.
Unpause.
Unpause. Go ahead. Her last thing she asked was, "I'm sorry. Is there a point to all of this?" Mm-hmm.
I think now there was more to that pendant than I had previously put thought into. That I should have asked more of exactly when or why you received it again.
Why? I'm sorry. Say that again. Why?
How she came to have the other half of that pendant.
I told you it belonged to my mother. When she gave birth to me, she unfortunately did not survive, and it was passed on to me.
And I'm sorry. Okay. And all I know about my pendant half thing was that I was found with it. So what should have ran through my mind was how I got my half of the pendant instead of thinking so much about how you got yours. And this is so hard to try and even. Oh my! I can just imagine just like kind of walking about, just kind of like trying to catch
Keep
other
going.
thoughts.
No, keep going.
I know.
Don't overanalyze it, Logan. Just keep
Oh,
going.
no.
Don't overanalyze
I know. I mean,
it.
I know. I'm just saying, like honestly, in character, I can honestly see him just kind of like walking about, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this.
Walk over to fireplace, go like this.
You're not asking her to the prom. Come on.
No, I know.
Again, let's not pull a Luke and Leia, please.
Okay. Yes. I think it was the same mother. Just closing my eyes, kind of like just.
Yes, she says. I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, now that we've Are we both in agreement of that? That settles that matter. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Right.
The captain says, "Listen, I feel that I owe you an apology," she says. "I'm very sorry if I had insinuated anything specifically about your parents."
Apology accepted. And I'm sorry for any hostility that this all initially began with, back when you saved us from, yeah.
Were they good to you? Seriously, were they good to you? She asks you.
They were the best I could have asked for, given my predicament. And I love.
I'm a little jealous, she says. Even though you and I have never known our parents, you at least had parental figures. I never had that, she said. Shortly after me and my kin were born, we were sold. We ended up being raised by humans who treated us more like objects, a means to earn money. Half of the people on this crew I knew from when I was very, very young. We actually, believe it or not, were part of a circus act, a traveling circus around Antiva, she says. One day, we all woke up, however, and thought that we were really sick and tired of that life, and we managed to escape. I led them out, and they've stuck by me ever since. I can't say all of the tumbling and escape artist trickery didn't come in handy, though. Definitely taught us a lot about how to survive. It's funny how life works that way, she says.
If it's any consolation, there is a chance that perhaps with my friends and I, there is a chance that our actions might be able to stop this from happening.
I have been thinking about that, she says. You don't think that going back and changing things will necessarily make things worse than they are?
To be honest, I actually have not thought into that, actually.
With whatever it is you all are doing, just be aware that the fate of everyone in this world is in your hands. You get to decide what happens. You get to completely change all of what we have always known.
Well,
I know I would not wish to have such a responsibility on my shoulders. So more power to you for that, she says.
Seriously, bro, no pressure.
Personally, I prefer the ship. Out of character, but to become a Skyrim for the rest of my life, that'd be nice. No, anyway, I have faith in my comrades, and I think that what we're doing will certainly be an improvement. I can't quite explain how, but looking at what happens with those that I love and to who I would like to consider my friends, I want to at least do something.
I know, she says. They're good people.
So, I suppose I won't keep you any longer tonight, then.
Very well. Good night.
Thank you. Good
She shuts the door.
night. And I take a deep.
That wasn't so bad.
Jeez. All right, so that's my RP thing for now.
All right.
I'm going to go back to bed to find someone else in it, so I'll just sleep on the floor tonight.
What else are other people doing?
I'm washing up a bit.
Okay.
Just, all the demon guts and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going outside. It's evening, early evening or night or what is it? Night.
Yep.
Is
It's
night?
evening. It's early evening. Yes.
Early evening. Okay. I start to ask around where I can find Jodie.
They actually tell her that she is up by the front of the ship. The top deck at the front of the ship.
Oh. I move up.
You go over to the top of the ship and you see her there. She's looking out. She's looking out because this is probably the first time that she's ever been on a flying ship. And
when she's doing what I always have Gwenhael do when he's on the ship, I like imagining Gwenhael just looking off at the side of the ship and whatnot to help clear his mind when it's nighttime.
Yeah. And you see with her long flowing silver gown, it's like blowing in the wind. Her hair is like ruffling, even though it's short, it's like ruffling in the wind. There's a full moon out, so it's quite she looks absolutely stunning in her silver gown. And when you approach her, her eyes are shut, and she's just like putting her face up in the wind, and she looks like she's just in the moment, like just really enjoying. She looks at peace.
Picture Titanic.
Picture Titanic. Yes. Without her, trying to jump off the ship. Oh, kitty.
Exactly.
Oh,
Cut that out.
I just stay for a moment. Then it is quite the magnificent feeling, isn't it?
She is slightly startled, but then she turns towards you and smiles. Oh, she says, yes, it is. Sorry, I was just enjoying the scenery, she says. I admit it probably would look much better than it did 3 years ago, but still, being up here, up in the clouds, with the wind blowing,
Yes,
such a magical
I know
thing.
what you mean. I had about the same feeling the first time I stepped up on this ship. It is something else.
I lived a good chunk of my life cooped up inside a tower. The fact that I'm out here right now, like this is what freedom feels like. She says.
Exactly. Sorry.
I move up to stand next to her, just looking out over the clouds. So, I don't think I said thank you for everything down there, what you did. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Oh, she says, I'm actually the one who should thank you. She says, I don't know how long I would have been able to take in to relive that experience again.
I guess we're both grateful then. I just...
I need to check real quickly.
Go
So
ahead.
eventually, after, freshening up and whatnot and reading some stuff, eventually, like I said, because I do imagine Gwenhael goes outside and like enjoys this stuff as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna come out there, but I don't know when exactly. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna roll a random d6 and whatnot and see how
Roll initiative. Roll an initiative roll.
Alright.
That'll determine how soon.
Should I use dexterity? Because that seems a bit
Yeah.
different. I like this to be different and like type initiative roll or something like that.
What do you have something else that you think makes more sense?
I guess maybe willpower or perception. I don't know.
Willpower or perception?
I don't know. It's more. It's not about moving quickly. It's about or whatever. Or in the battle, it's more about time, cinematic timing or whatever. And stuff like that,
Alright,
and coming
whatever.
out after freshening up and stuff. thinking. I don't
Go
know.
ahead and roll whatever you think. Whatever you think.
I'm
is
just gonna
best.
roll. I'm just gonna roll 3d6. Okay.
All right, 3d6.
I'm not adding anything. Nothing makes sense. Nothing. So, 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
That is pretty low. So okay. I'm sorry. What was the last thing that happened? That somebody said? Who said what?
Sorry.
I was just about to say, I just wanted to know that you're comfortable here on the ship. I like to believe I have the captain's ear, so if there's anything you need, I can probably put in a request for you.
Well, aren't you incredibly sweet and a true gentleman? She says. Should I be careful around you, Mr. Guardsman, sir? She says. Maximillian.
I do not know what you're referring to, milady. With a bit of a smile. Well, perhaps we could have another talk sometime? I've quite enjoyed talking to someone my own age for once.
She says, yes, I would like that. She says, I've been traveling for so long with Nathan, and he's great and everything, but it's nice to be able to have new people to talk to. I would like that, she says.
Thank you. I would like that too. I turn around, give her a big smile, and then just walks away.
She smiles back.
Maximilian smiling is something I don't.
Max.
It sounds like something that would not be nice to see.
As you walk away, you are able to catch a sight of Plim in the distance, just at the corner of your eye, and Plim kind of goes. You're like quick. You're like quickly like.
And as I walk past him, I'm just not a word.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Waxy. I'm just. This is when. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gwenhael.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I was like, would this be about none of my probably be good come outs for that because
Yes,
this
it
is about
would
this
be.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are coming
Walk
right out.
away.
You're coming right out and you're able to overhear not a word of this, Plim. And Plim says, "Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, Waxy Maxy. Not at all. I just came out to enjoy the fresh air myself."
The night is nice, isn't it?
Ah, Gwenhael.
It's a full moon.
Nice to meet you.
Full moon out there, he says. My favorite night.
You're not going to like run around this ship and claw stuff up or something. Werewolves get crazy during a full moon.
Oh, don't be silly, he says. That's just stories.
All right then.
Oh, wow, well, lucky. Hey,
Where's
Gwenhael.
Jodie?
Oh, she's just up there. Quite
Ah.
the girl.
That
I mean,
yes.
very interesting. Yes. I'm just gonna go to bed now, I think. Have a nice evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took the hand.
I kind of wanted to kind of get a gauge on that because that smunts caught me kind of like by a little bit. So I wonder how Gwenhael would respond. So I'm not sure do what. Well, I'm not like a sense motive type of thing, but
I'm
like
super transparent for her.
yeah.
I'm not
So-
very good at hiding my feelings.
Should I make some type of roll for this? I don't know what it would be though.
That might be a. It could be investigate. It could be. That's communication. It could be. I don't know.
Perception.
Perception, maybe.
Read my body language.
Perception is more. I don't know. I feel like perception is less about noticing, like sensing things with your senses. It's more like an empathy kind of thing, like a sixth sense kind of thing. I mean, I guess
So-
you could argue perception if you really wanted
Yeah.
to.
I'll use communication, I guess. I
Alright.
actually have that pretty decent now, so
Yeah, we'll say investigation, communication.
Dang, I read people.
Yeah,
good.
you.
Dang.
Oh wait, I also have that ability that allows me to sense an emotion in one word. So probably frazzled, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's a stunt too. You definitely feel like Maximillian is quite struck by
Yeah.
Jodie. Quite stricken by Jodie.
So okay, just like taking the bag that line, he senses that, and he was sensing that emotion. Now he's putting it together with this and whatnot.
Yep.
And this stunt. I was
Yep.
like, I see. Indeed, she is a great woman, and she has a way of entrancing anyone with a proper eye. No.
What do you mean?
Oh, which you mean do I mean? I thought I was being pretty plain. Perhaps my Ferelden is a bit rusty.
Oh, right. You knew her, right?
Of course, I said.
You were in the tower together?
Yes, for quite a good deal of my childhood. Yes.
Oh. Whoa. Well, that's interesting. Hope she was good to you.
I thought I was awkward in this situation.
Gwenhael actually just like raises an eyebrow and he's like, "Oh, this is a bit amusing now, actually, but I feel bad." Good to me. It's not like she bullied me, Maxwell. We were best of friends.
Oh, well then. Well, you're a good person, Gwenhael. I'm glad she had you as a good friend.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then, well, was there anything else?
No. I'll speak. I'll see you around, Maximillian.
Yeah, you too. I guess you two have a bit of catching up to do.
Indeed. Au revoir, mon ami.
Goodbye, I guess. No, starts to walk away.
Okay.
Walk up the stairs to Jodie.
Jodie is returned back to having her eyes shut as she's feeling the wind against her face.
So looking back, once Maximilian's actually gone, right?
Maximilian's gone. The only person who's on the top of the deck right now is Plim, who seems to be just, wandering around, enjoying the night, and Victor is still up on the steering wheel.
So
He's too far to hear. He's too far to hear what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. But anyways, my character looks up and said, softly clears his throat.
Oh, she turns to you. Good evening, Gwenhael.
Good evening. It's wonderful out here, isn't it?
Yes, I'm very impressed. How on earth did they ever manage to make this contraption fly?
Oh, our little buddy Cogs, the dwarvish elf.
Oh, you mean the short one?
Yes.
Yes, he's very animated, she says.
Indeed. It is like one of the puppet shows that sometimes that they put that Benjamin put on at the towers at one time.
Yes, I remember those days.
Yes.
So he was the one who invented this thing.
That and a friend of his, Dagna.
Dagna. Oh, Dagna, she says. I've heard of that name. Yes, I believe I might have read one of her journals once. She's the one who researched lyrium?
Yes. I've read some of Cogs and other notes for it. It's all very fascinating and very complex.
I'm sure, knowing you, I'm sure you wanted to investigate the engine room as quickly as you could.
I'm not saying I didn't do that.
You haven't changed much in 20 years, Gwenhael.
No, I suppose I haven't. But, as we've established before, I don't feel like you have much either.
You're a little too kind, she says. The years have not been great with me, I'm afraid.
That is a complete fabrication.
He's so much better at doing this
He
than I
sounds-
am.
that adds intrigue. That adds like the
Yes.
drama or
I'm
whatever.
so screwed.
She smiles.
At least we're on.
That's good.
So, you were talking with Maximillian. Why do I freaking
Maxwell.
suck at names today?
Maximillian. Indeed, he says. He's a charming man. How long have you known him?
Since this journey began.
She says, yes. Maximillian was the one who rescued me while we were in the Fade.
Oh, you were rescued. What happened?
She suddenly frowns. That is a experience that I've been trying to forget. But I feel that I owe it to you to inform me.
What kind of feeling did I sense from her from that point and whatnot? Like when that shifted when I said that question.
That you hit something, a very sensitive topic, a memory that she wanted to forget, and now she's like is reliving it again. Do you remember? I remember the last time I saw you. She says they were sending you to become tranquil.
Yes.
You had escaped, though. Somehow you managed to escape. Dominique thought that I knew where you went. And I can't say I don't blame him. Let's just say that when he was trying to get me to talk, he got a little physical, she said.
Looks a little bit ponderous and then his look shifts and kind of goes wide-eyed a little bit. You don't mean...
Well, things changed a little bit once Maximillian appeared, but all of that was an illusion. And I remember what really happened, she said. 3 months, it was... she said...
My character's like kind of tensing and whatnot and stuff, and his aura's changing and whatnot, so...
I started getting
Kinda.
sick for several days afterwards, and then 3 months later, I started showing. She frowns.
My character... So come on, let me roll a willpower real quickly. I don't think self-discipline plays into this, so I don't know. Yeah, okay. Trying to give myself an idea how actually showing this, that's like, kind of moves over to the railing to lean down, and then just like looks down, it's like, I'm sorry. So what happens after that?
Well, I gave birth to the child, and between you and me, as much as I would like to believe he was my own, as far as the circle was concerned, it was actually, as far as the Templars were concerned, the child belonged more to the circle than it belonged to me.
They sent him away, didn't they?
She will swallow very hard, and she starts to tear up a little bit as a tear goes down her cheek, and she nods.
He turns to Jodie and puts his hand on hers.
Like I said, The years have been not the greatest to me.
And I could do nothing.
It's all right. She says you've been busy.
Yes, I suppose I have.
I hated Dominique for what he did to me. But I loved my child.
Some beautiful things can be born from ugly circumstances.
Yes, I know. Shortly after, however, I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't stay there. I had wanted to look for you as soon as you had escaped from the tower, but obviously under my condition, I didn't think that was the wisest thing to do. Once they took my child, they had taken everything away from me, and I had to escape. So I did. Can't say that I managed to go without a few scars, though. She looks down at her side. You don't really see any scars because she's where she's dressed, but where she's glancing, you can kind of assume.
Gwenhael turns a little bit and looks at the outside of the sky again. We will change this. This will not happen.
She smiles and says, "Why, Gwenhael? That's the Gwenhael that I remember," she says.
Huh? You always saw something that I never saw myself, and I still don't know if it's truly there, but I missed you, Jodie.
She says, "I miss you too, Gwenhael," and she will wrap her arms with you in a nice hug, a very nice hug. Are you doing anything else before you leave?
I think for a little bit, going to just enjoy
Each other's company.
each other's company
Okay.
on a nice weather and stuff. So
It is a beautiful night. Rather peaceful.
Yeah, I think you might be out of luck there, Max. I'm sorry.
I played the long game.
You did it.
no, don't give up yet. That makes it no fun. I agree with Elstrom.
You could, you could pull the, what was it? I don't remember who it was.
Delwyn, are you doing anything that I need to know about before he turns in?
Going Templar hunting.
Okay. Well, let's figure out where everybody's going to be sleeping, where everybody's positioned.
Very, very quiet.
'Cause that's going to be
Templars.
interesting.
Oh
So,
boy.
I guess me and Lyeldan are still sharing the same bunk.
Well, I don't know. I might have to end up sitting on the floor to be like to do at least my part as the gentlemanly thing to allow someone else to sleep on it instead.
Yeah, well, I'm already sleeping on the floor, so.
Well,
I think
then
it's
that's
one
then
bed.
that doesn't apply to you then.
Well, we can
Beat you to
rely
it.
on the. We can
So-
rely on it.
We can be floor mates.
Yay!
so the people that are not accounted for yet are Jodie, Nathan, and Liam. We have an extra bed now in the crew's quarters. So if anyone wants to take that, I was thinking of probably letting Nathan and Liam take this room. Jodie would take this room by herself.
Mhm.
And then somehow Maximillian, unless you want to do something. I don't know how you want to arrange
no,
yourselves.
I'm quite the
I
gentleman, so.
I could take the bunk that was recently opened in the servants' quarters.
You can take the bunk that's recently in the servants' quarters. So this would be your bed right here.
Yeah. I feel as if, as far as tensions go, they might be the least, I think they'd be the most open towards that, I'm thinking.
They'd be the least offended by you, of all people.
Yeah, they'd be the less hostile. towards...
That leaves Gwenhael and Maximillian without currently a place where they need to find the sleep. There is room, Maximillian, there is room in the hay with Plim.
Go roll in the hay with Flynn.
Roll it.
I'm serious.
Maybe I will. Can't like Delwyn go sleep with the captain again so he can take his bed?
Yeah.
Delwyn's probably going to sleep in the
Definitely
captain's
gonna
quarters.
sleep with the captain again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go and
Actually,
stay.
Actually,
Okay.
later that
Ah!
night, before you do anything, Max, later that night, the captain will send one of his crew members to will summon Lyeldan
Oh.
through one of the crew members.
Crap.
All right.
So I guess I'll follow. Of course, I'm not gonna say no. I have
You'll-
nowhere else to go.
You'll knock on the door. The captain will open it, and he says, "Ah, there you are." And the captain will say, Since things around the ship are getting a bit tight, the couch is actually rather comfortable." And she's motioning to the couch in the captain's quarters living room.
Out of character. Aww. Back in character.
Oh,
It actually
she's taking
does-
care of her own.
It does actually look very comfortable.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that does look quite. If you should have, I can oblige.
Indeed, she says, "You are welcome to it." And
Thank
with
you.
that, she will let you decide if you want to or not. And whichever you decide, she will go into her quarters, her private quarters.
I'll take her up on that, I suppose.
Okay.
Hurt.
Which
And then you have
means
the awkwardness of seeing your sister that you just discovered is your sister walk out of the room in the morning with one of your teammates, and your teammate going, "Whoop," and then
Oh,
sneaking away.
Yeah, I could
no,
just see
he's in the
Delwyn
same
coming out of the
room.
room, and he comes in, and he's all like, "Oh, morning." And walks out.
so Max. That means you can either bunk with the crew or you can bunk with Nathan and Liam.
Wow. I don't actually know Nathan Liam that well.
Liam will actually leave the room once Nathan arrives, and he will
Too
actually.
much mage in this room. I'm out of here.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't seem like he's comfortable sharing a room with a mage, so he's actually leaving.
Okay, then I'm gonna dunk.
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 Gonna dunk.
It's
Liam
gonna-
will actually find a spot in the storage room. Maybe he finds like some sacks of feed or something that he can sleep on.
All right. Nathan. Does he have a lot of weapons as well, swords and
Yeah,
Stuff
Nathan
like
has
that, yeah.
Nathan has a long sword. Yes.
longsword? Okay.
He starts
Sorry.
removing his when you enter the room, he's already in the process of removing his armor. Nathan is an elf, so you're kind of surprised how slender he is. The armor that he was wearing definitely made him look like he had more bulk.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Well, looks like we're bunkmates.
it shall be an honor, he says, Maximillian.
The same. You did well down there.
I feel the need though to say I'm sorry for deceiving you in the way that I did. On hindsight, I probably would have done things a lot differently to get your attention.
Well, I can't say I liked it, but you did get my attention. So, who am I to judge, right? I'm saying this as I take off my armor and swords and daggers and shields.
Your mother, she seemed like a very amazing woman.
She was.
I
I guess you How much do you know about her? I don't know how this works. You just see images in my mind? Or what?
I was able to observe how you remembered her in your dreams, and I ended up copying that, he said.
Wow. Okay, let's not talk about that anymore.
I understand, he says. Needless to say, I won't have to do that ever again. At least with you.
Good.
No,
Because that won't end well for you, I say a laugh.
Fair enough, he says. Fair enough.
Well, let's get to shut-eye.
Okay. Delwyn, you're looking for Liam. So
Yep.
it is at this point that you see Liam. He's removed his Templar armor. He still has his sword, like, in his hands, as he's starting to get comfortable in these sacks of feed,
Right.
of nug feed, or cow feed, what have you. When you arrive, Liam sighs. Just when I thought the night couldn't get any worse.
Yeah, that's a great way of greeting somebody who saved your life. Yeah. Thanks.
I didn't ask you to do that. I probably would have much preferred that you left me to where I was. I was happier that way. It's better than waking up and finding myself in this maker-forsaken hell.
You are so dramatic.
Why didn't you, by the way? He asks.
Because I like to think I'm above that.
Is all he says.
Unlike some people in this room.
I only do what I think needs to be done.
Right, so where does killing somebody to try and get information come into play?
He says, you have had your share of killing as well yourself.
People keep saying that, and I'm not quite getting it.
As horrible as you might think I am, as horrible as you think I am, I wouldn't be so cold as to kill an infant child.
Yeah, I heard that. See, the difference is...
Two, in fact, he says.
The difference is, had it been me, you know, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here right now. Do I look 20 years older?
No, and that's why he says, I'm not completely convinced that this is all real at all. But from what I have heard, rumors, I guess it sort of makes sense.
What rumors?
That you all are from the past? Some sort of blood magic sent you through time? Was that your doing?
No. Not exactly capable of time travel.
What exactly do you want from me? He says, why did you come here? I don't really have anything to say to you.
want to know why you did it.
Why did what?
Why you killed my father.
I was trying to find out where you were, and he was being difficult. I was
What
trying.
good does getting information from a dead man do?
He says, I was trying to make an example out of all of the other elves in the alienage, so that they would not do something as foolish as escaping from where they belong. You and
Sure.
mages are all the same like that, he says.
Right. Like, yeah, let's pretend this was all just some holy pious. I'm gonna set an example so that nobody else pulls this. We all know you were just pissed off. You were just angry because you didn't get what you wanted.
He frowns at you and says, you know, that's exactly what your sister said to me. Word for word, even.
Well, I'm not surprised.
She was very idealistic. She claims that when she took up her vow, that she was taking it seriously. I questioned it at times.
Why?
He says she questioned too many things in general. Templars are not supposed to question, they're supposed to take orders. They're supposed to do as they're told in order to maintain order and balance in the world. That's why we made Templars in the first place.
Right.
The sudden surge of mages caused a great imbalance, chaos in this world. Do you disagree?
Maybe not. But that doesn't mean you should go through what you do without questioning things.
So now about you, he says. You just do whatever you please? You don't have to take orders from anyone. You just do whatever it is you want.
Yeah.
How has that fared for you?
Not terribly. Pretty lonely existence. Before all this time travel nonsense happened anyway. But just because I live the way I do doesn't mean that I don't have my own set of morals. You have your rules that you follow, but you don't set them. You let other people set them for you.
Roll me, I want you to roll me a persuasion with that.
That was nice.
That was very well worded. I just want to see how well it gets to him.
Where's this conversation being held?
In the storeroom, which is in the crew's quarters, down here. Liam's there right now.
Yeah.
15.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
After Delwyn says that, Liam pauses. He looks down for a moment, then looks up again. Well, perhaps there might be a little something to what you just said.
Huh. Well, the fact that you admit that, I gotta say I'm a little caught off guard, but doesn't change what I said. I mean, that's the truth of it. Yeah, I may run around free, but I don't run around killing children like you seem to claim I do.
You were caught doing it, and even now you're denying it?
Do I look caught?
You have, well, From what I was told, you were able to escape 20 years of being caught. Quite easily. Sounds very convenient if you ask me after committing a crime. Tell me then, if that wasn't you, then who was it?
Okay, it was me, but it wasn't me.
Blood magic gone wrong, perhaps?
No. This time travel thing is confusing. I'm the me from 20 years ago. The me that did what you're claiming did isn't me. You see what I'm saying?
But if you left, but if you left, that means your body split into two different people?
Not split into two different people. I just exist in the same time period twice.
Ow.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Even my head's starting to hurt right now, and I typically am alright with time travel paradoxes and crap.
Well, actually, I think
Delwyn's
Squid
just
bring up
starting
his
to
flowchart.
struggle with his own explanations at this point.
You see,
But the-
causality
Even
Right.
if that were true, the other you is still you. Even if there happens to be two of them. Which, if you ask me, I don't know if the world necessarily can survive that.
Two.
Well-
Two of them. Hmm.
Funny thing is all of this, the tower, the blight, me killing kids, whatever else has happened to my companions, all of that's not gonna matter because I'm gonna fix it.
So you say. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, then maybe you should stick around.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We shall see when we arrive at Kirkwall.
Still as difficult as always.
Are we done here? He asks.
Yeah, we're done here.
Right. So you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome conversation, though. Out of character.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen overnight, but it's a very good conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Liam patting him like that was a good conversation. Really
That was
held you
good. That was
part of
really
the-
good conversation. Yeah. All
I
right.
really felt connected there.
The next morning. So yes.
Where the heck am I sleeping?
I don't know. Where are you sleeping? You can bunk with Maximillian and Nathan. There's also that free bunk in the cruise with the cruise.
Hello, Captain.
Captain.
Delwyn, the
I was
captain
gonna
is.
say I don't feel comfortable taking that crew, but I could actually almost see some people if I would have gone by it, almost saying that it'd be okay for them because I did my best to help them.
The crew would be fine with you taking that bunk since you were the
Yeah.
one who helped.
Respect.
Help.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have any issues with you if you wanted to hang out with the crew.
Yeah.
The smell might not be the best thing in the world, though. It is rather smelly in there.
I'd probably help clean up some stuff anyways and whatnot, and have some memorial things set aside for people and everything like that with the crew.
I envision Gwenhael entering into the cruise deck and like he comes out with like a brush and he starts like cleaning, like reorganizing things. You know,
Pulls
maybe
out like a perfume bottle.
perfume bottle, you know.
Spritz a bit on
All
the
of the crew
blanket.
is like staring at him. The next
I
morning,
imagine more like incense, but yeah.
like his bed is the only one that's made. Everybody else's is just like a pigsty. So, anyway, that's what I'm envisioning. Next morning rolls around. By the way, Delwyn, due to the recent events, Captain Maelstrom will not really be in the mood.
Oh,
or
he wouldn't
anything.
even push it.
Yeah, it's
He's-
not. It's
Yeah.
again, it's not a good time. So, anyway, the next morning rolls around, and those of you who are gathering for breakfast, the mess hall is getting pretty full now.
Making
It looks
my
like
bed.
people are gonna start eating in shifts.
Fluffing my pillow.
Delwyn just
There we
moves
go.
through here. Morning, Lyeldan.
Aaron, let's Lucky Jack's here for that. Anyways. Come on,
Yeah.
let's group orders. Wow, these tables are getting packed now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. During breakfast, once again, Archer will emerge, carrying a tray. As soon as he comes out, Nathan looks up, looks shocked, and says, "Arthur?" Archer looks towards Nathan's direction, and he looks a little confused, trying to figure out who this person is, but it looks like he can't recollect. He can't recollect who this guy is. Nathan gets up and he walks towards him and he tries to get a better look. And he says, "Arthur, it is you. Don't you
Holy
recognize-"
crap.
Don't
Sorry,
you-
I just realized something. Sorry to interrupt that. You said Archer spoke Orlesian a while back. Did you have this like planned from the very beginning? Because oh my god, that is a huge plot break, and I have to take a moment to applaud you if you did do that on purpose. Holy crap!
My intention was always for it was always for Archer to be multilingual. Like he may not speak every language, but he knows most languages very well. I didn't come up the whole Archer's backstory as to how his tongue got cut off is something that I came up with on the fly on that session. That one session I came up with it. It was my intention of doing something differently with his character if you had brought Archer with you. But since you didn't bring him with you, I tried to do something else to introduce his backstory because I really wanted I wanted to be able to tell his story of how he lost his tongue, one way or another. So if you didn't bring him with you, I included him in Nathan's backstory instead.
Well, very well wove, nonetheless.
Well, thank you. Nathan will say, "Arthur, it is you. It's me. Don't you recognize me? Nathan. From Gwenhael. Gwenhael, what's your last name again? I'm sorry.
Dubois.
Dubois.
That's right.
Sorry,
It used to be
Dubois."
Bellamy, you changed it, yeah, Dubois.
Archer drops the tray and he starts to grow really red. And he looks very awkward and rushes back into the kitchen. Nathan says, Did I say something wrong?"
Well, it looks like everyone is.
I'm not sure if he was in my range to sense his emotions, so I can't say.
Looks like everyone knows everyone on the ship.
Seems like.
It's a small maker forsaken world.
Should I go after him? Nathan asks, or should I leave him be?
I would give him some time.
I see. Okay. All right then. You guys go through breakfast. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, you will be arriving in Kirkwall. Okay. You guys make it into Kirkwall. Lyeldan's gonna do his thing, buying stuff, selling stuff. You guys can... I'm assuming you're probably going to Wade.
Yeah,
At the very minimum.
Delwyn's definitely going to Wade's place.
All right.
Scales and.
All right, you guys will make it over to Wade's Emporium. As you're on your way there, you start seeing a few people who are wearing interesting-looking T-shirts.
Oh,
Interesting-looking T-shirts. And you enter into the shop, and Heren will greet you. "Ah, yes, customers. Oh, it's you again. How wonderful." What can I do for you,
Greetings.
fellow adventurers? Hopefully it's something
First time
that...
I've met them, actually. in
Hopefully we'll be here to purchase more items. Yes?
That's the idea.
Excellent. As he's about to say the next thing, that is when Wade pipes up. Oh, if it isn't my favorite people in all of Lyeldan. Come, quick, you must see what masterpieces I managed to make during your absence.
Oh, yes, this will be interesting.
Wade will take you over. Meanwhile, Heren is covering his face. Dear Maker. Wade will take you back, and he will say, I have now. Heartwood is extremely challenging to work with, but I think I managed to do this justice. What do you think here, my good man? He lifts up, and it is one of the most magnificent-looking shields you have ever seen. Like, the craftsmanship, the quality. This is something that His Highness the King would carry on his way into battle. Like, it's ridiculously shiny and very you can tell just by looking at it that the thing is durable.
Wow, this is magnificent. You did this?
Indeed, he says, took me about 24 hours, but I am very proud of it. Who is going to be with?
Hours?
Who is going? Yeah, well, yes, he says. You cannot rush. You cannot rush such art. He says.
It's whoa. I've seen Smiths do lesser work in 2 days. This is amazing.
Huh. Well,
He took about as nice as in my mouth.
Well, thank you. Well, I have you to thank for, he says, for providing me with the materials to work with this wonderful, wonderful piece of equipment. Now tell me, who is going to be the honor, will take the honor of wielding the shield?
I'm not sure I'm worthy, but that would be me.
Oh, good. Well, it is customary for the person who first wields the shield to name it. So tell me, what will you name the shield?
Oh, wow! You'll put me on the spot here.
You can decide later what you want to name it, but
Yeah, can I feel it?
of course.
Maybe the name will come to me.
He hands it over to you, and while it is durable, it's actually not that heavy. I mean, it's about as light as a normal wooden shield would be, possibly heavier because of how dense Heartwood is. But the way he crafted it, it's actually slightly lighter than the shield you have right now, but far more effective. Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Monsieur Wade, Sarah Wade, are you a mage? Because you have worked some impressive magic.
Oh, he says, you sure know how to make a man blush. No, he says, I am no mage, but I thank you very much for the compliment. I will take it as such.
I have some stuff here. I would hope that you could reformat into something more stylish, much like my robes here.
He
Do
takes
some work with them?
a look at these. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. These will not do. Oh.
They're well crafted, but they have no flair, no?
Yes, the material is all right, but it's quite... No, you cannot be seen dead walking around in these, he says. I suppose there's something that I can do with it. He says, I am not that great of a seamstress. However, I have some people who might be able to help me out with this specific project.
Well, I hate to be the one to drop the workload on you. Just unclips the big old pouch and tosses it to him.
What's in the pouch?
The Drake scales.
All 6 of them?
4.
He opens, or 4, I'm sorry, he had 4.
Yeah.
He opens it up. Are these what I think they are?
If you're thinking they are Drake scale.
Probably.
Did you run into Drake scales out there? Did you run into drakes? Did you run into drakes out there?
I just found scales.
Who? Who had these scales?
mages.
Ah, that makes sense, he says. Makes perfect sense. Yes, this is one of the finest materials I have ever worked with. I have never worked with drake scales before. What would you like me to create with them? I can do gauntlets, I can do helmets, I can do well, armor I would need more scales for that. But